All right. It's Monday evening, little late Monday evening, but it's soccer season. Tomorrow will be the first game for the Rockport-Fulton Lady Pirates. So we're excited for soccer season. These ladies, the last 2 years, man, they've made it deep into the playoffs, deep playoff run, third round to be exact. And so we're expecting another great season from the Lady Pirates. We have the captains for this year's team and the head coach. I'll introduce them here in just a minute. So, welcome to the Rockport-Fulton Sports Podcast, episode number 1. My name is Gabriel Trevino. I'll be your host. And on the screen, let me start off with the head coach for the Lady Pirates, Coach Travis Rasbeary. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great, Coach. It's soccer season, man. It's a lot of fun. It's been last 2 years. You've been on the podcast and you've made deep playoff runs. Tough district, but deep playoff runs. So no pressure, but we're expecting the Lady Pirates to make another deep playoff run. We'll talk to you a little bit about this year's team and what the expectation is, and then Coach. On his podcast, on our podcast today, he's brought in his captains for this year. So we'll start off with the two seniors. We got two seniors and a junior. I'll start off with senior Kara Hill. Kara, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, Kara. Thank you for spending a little bit of time with us here to talk about your team and then the season that's coming up. You guys start tomorrow, and then we have our other senior, Kandis Tidwell. Kandis, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Thank you for coming on and spending some time here with us on the podcast. And then we have junior Lauren Holden. Lauren, how you doing?
I'm doing good as well.
All right, ladies, thank you for coming out. And you guys ready for tomorrow's game?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We're very excited.
Absolutely. So am I. As a fan, I'm very, very excited. I've watched these Lady Pirates for the last 2 years, and I got to say it's been very exciting. First of all, a lot of talent. Coach loses seniors every year, especially the last 2 years. And you guys don't seem to miss a beat, right? Like we lose seniors, and when it's your time, the next person coming up, they're ready. And like I said earlier, we've been to the playoffs, deep playoff third round the last 2 years. So no pressure, but I'm expecting the Lady Pirates to get back to the third round and win it this year, right? So I got some questions for you, ladies. The first thing I want to do is have you guys tell the community the position that you play. And I know you just got your numbers, I think, today and your jersey number. So, Kara, we'll start with you. Position you play and your jersey number.
I play defensive midfield, and my jersey number is 22.
Awesome. 22. Kandis?
I play forward, and my number is 13.
13. And Lauren?
I'm an attacking midfield, and I'm number 21.
So remember, these are your captains for the 2025-2026 season, two seniors and a junior. And let me tell you, man, the leadership for the last couple of years has been really good. And I watched you girls. And again, I think the leadership this year is going to be great. But really, really important, right? Because, I mean, you got to have that leadership on the soccer field, especially for the younger players. And I think Coach Rasbeary's done a great job with the program. This is his third year here. And definitely, I think you Lady Pirates love to play for Coach Rasbeary. So before I get to the questions for you ladies, I did want to ask Coach a quick question. And then we'll go to you ladies, give you the final thoughts, and then we'll let you guys go, and I'll finish it off with Coach Rasbeary. But Coach, this question's for you. Just reflect back on last year. This is your third year. Since you've been here, you've had a lot of success with the soccer program, making the playoffs the last 2 years, going deep in the playoffs, the 3 rounds. Talk about last year and just the season that you guys had and how that's going to kind of carry over to this year.
Yeah, last year, it was a tough year for us. We had the cards kind of stacked against us a couple of times. We had injuries kind of bog us down, and it was one of those things where I think when those injuries happened, a lot of people kind of wrote us off and maybe thought that we weren't going to go near as far as we did. But the one thing I'll say about these girls is they've got grit, they've got strength. What would normally tear a team down, these girls just they build themselves tougher. Last year we win that first round, we win the second round, we go play Wimberley, and Wimberley's a team that goes to the state championship, the state tournament every year, and I know a couple people went in and thought it was going to be a 20 to something game, and we actually ended up in the second half. I don't think we let them score a goal in the second half. So, it's just one of those things where, our girls, I love the drive they have. Last year we didn't give up. Last year we kept fighting, and it's just something that I've loved since I got here at Rockport. It doesn't matter if we're up by 20 or down by 20. The girls are always going to keep fighting.
Well, it starts with you, coach. So kudos to you. I know you're never going to do that for yourself. Coaches don't do that when they come on the podcast, but I'll do it for them. It starts with you. I know before you got here, the team was kind of struggling a little, and then you came in, and these girls, they enjoy playing for you, and you set the tone. The girls have followed, and that's why we've had the success that we've had. So I'm thankful that you're back again this year. And like I've told you before, hopefully you'll be sticking around for the foreseeable future, because this soccer program definitely has been put on the map here. Kara, I'm going to start off with you with some questions. So the first question I have for you is, the Lady Pirates are ranked number 10 in state. Does that mean anything to you and the team? Do you guys even discuss that? Did you guys know you were ranked 10th?
Yes, we did. And it does mean something because it not only holds each of us as individuals to a high standard, but it holds us to a high standard as a team in all.
Yeah, I had someone tell me one time, it was for softball, and I said, "Does the ranking mean anything?" And they said, "Yeah." That the girl told me. She said, "It shows that other people see the work that we put in.
Mhm.
It sees that other people are paying attention, and it's kind of a reflection of the work that we have done. So that's why it meant a lot. And that her answer was something like that, but it always stuck to me. The way she told me was, yeah, it just kind of shows someone, they're seeing the work that we're putting up here in Rockport. So I think that's what the ranking means. Obviously, you got to go out there and play right, but definitely that's good that we start off the season ranked. Now we got to go down there and play these tough teams that we'll get into with you guys here in a bit. The second question I got for you, Kara, is coming into the season, do you feel any pressure to make another deep playoff run like the team has done the last 2 years? So, like for me, I'm a fan, right? I tell people, like, the girls are going to the playoffs again. Like we're probably going to go to the third round again. So people got a little spoiled, right? We expect the Lady Pirates every year to get deep in the playoff. Do you, coming into this season, because you were on these teams and you saw the success, you've been part of it, do you feel pressure to have to, at the start of the season this year, to repeat back and get back deep in the playoffs?
I do. I feel a lot of pressure, especially being a captain now, because I got to play with really good captains on previous teams that were a lot of the reason that we did go so far because we had so much support. And now being in that role and having that position and having so many people rely on you, um, it's a lot of pressure. And I hope to step up to the standards that everyone holds me to.
I think you will. I think you ladies are going to do a great job, and I think the rest of the team is going to follow. Not only them, but I think the junior varsity as well. They're paying attention. They're going to have their moment at some point, maybe this year or next year. So I think you guys are going to do a great job as leaders, and I think you guys take the responsibility, and I think we're going to be good. I think we've had some great captains, and I think this year is no different. And I think that is why the Lady Pirates have had the success that they've had. Um, let's talk a little bit about chemistry. Kara, how important is that chemistry for this team to trust each other and play for each other? Do you guys talk about team over individual? There is no individual play. It's all about the team. Do you guys have those conversations?
Yes, we do. And that's actually why we have family on the back of our jerseys because that's how we see our team. We don't see us as individuals, we see us as a whole family. And that's how we grow and get better. And I personally believe that chemistry is what makes a team. And I believe you all have to have the same goal. You all have to want it equally as bad, and you all have to work together to get there.
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of coaches in different sports, and the one thing they say is you can have all the athleticism that you want, and you can have 6, 7 players, especially in soccer, be so athletic with speed and play soccer. But if the chemistry isn't there, you're probably only going to get so far, right? Chemistry is so important. Building it, that starts in the off season. That's I don't know how you girls, what you guys do, but when I've seen you guys play, it's a lot of trust there. Everyone cares for everyone. If someone's injured, you can see. Last year, like Coach said, we saw a player. I think it was a captain that got injured, and you just kind of saw the team come together. Even though at that time it was hard, we were losing some games that probably ordinarily we don't lose. The team stuck together, right? There was a lot of care for that player. And last year's what really showed me what we were made of, right? Because the season could have ended, right? We could have not made the playoffs. You girls fought through that adversity. We found a way to win the games that we needed to, got ourselves in the playoff as a fourth place team, and then made a run to the third round, right? That said a lot about last year's team. And that's one thing that excites me coming into this team. And the reason I want to talk about this is because I want the community to know some of the stuff that a lot of people don't know what this team went through for those that are coming back this year. And I think it only made us stronger. And like you said, that chemistry is built, right? It's all about family. And that word family, so important in sports. And I'm glad that that's something you guys talk about. And you said you had that on the back of y'all's jerseys this year?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Kandis, I got a question for you. Do you know how many goals you have so far in your high school career?
20.
20. I checked that out on Max Prep. The reason I'm saying this because I think obviously all the teams that we play should know who Kandis Tidwell is. If they don't, they're going to find out when they play us. But what a talent. I wanted to say, I think I told you that last year, but I really enjoy watching the team, enjoy watching you play. The speed that you have, I saw last year, I said, man, that girl, she's fast. And not only are you fast and can you get down there quickly to chase that ball down, but the control that you have, right, with the ball, with the speed that you're in, I think is amazing. I don't know that there's a lot of players that can do what you do. I think that's why you have the 20 goals. So no pressure, but definitely expecting to see you get maybe 10, 20, maybe even more this year. I don't know, but it's going to be a lot of fun watching you and your team play. Um, do you feel like you're going to have to carry a bigger load scoring wise this year, Candice, with the loss of Ariana and Anaí?
I wouldn't say I feel like I have to carry a bigger load. I mean, I have faith in everyone on the team to put in their part on getting the points on the board, but at the end of all of this, points don't really matter. It's just the connection that we have as a team and how far like we give with each other.
Awesome. You have two non-district games, and then of course you have the Toast of the Coast tournament. What do you want to see from your team during these non-district games?
I just want to see everyone grow into one whole team and really figure out their strengths and getting forward the season.
How important are those games? Because most teams like basketball, football, that we follow, they have a couple of non-district games before they get into district, so they have plenty of time to, kind of work on some of the issues. So, like for football, for example, they have maybe 4 or 5 games. Some teams before they get into district where it counts. Soccer is not like that. I think last year y'all maybe had one, and then you got into the district. So now you have two. How serious does this team take these 2 games and then the tournament to get ready? Because the district that you guys are in is a tough district, one of the toughest, I think, in the state of Texas.
Um, I would say they're pretty important just so we again learn each other and just learn ourselves and understand how everyone else plays so we can all be on the same level.
Awesome. Candice, do you play any other sports outside of soccer?
No, sir.
You do or don't?
I don't.
Okay. Kara?
No, sir.
Lauren?
No, sir.
So I was saying, I said, I don't hear their names anywhere else that we do basketball, volleyball, so that's soccer. So y'all just soccer, right? That's all y'all do.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Awesome, awesome. Kandis, last year you guys played several games at home, right? And then you went on the road. I thought that was really, really tough for you guys, just having to play 2 games a week on the road. I think I did it for like almost 10 weeks, I think. This time it's the other way around. You guys have a couple of non-district games, then you'll hit the road, and then you guys will be at home for the back end of your schedule. Playing at home, playing on the road at the start versus at the end. Do you see a difference in playing at home, getting the home games toward the back end of the season versus going getting those home games at the start of the season?
I would say the only difference is like ending the season out at home feels more like accomplishing almost because like you finish where you started and it just like wraps everything up basically.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. I thought that those road games last year, I was like, man, they got to go back on the road. It seemed like you guys, when you guys got back, it was like forever before you guys got back. It seemed like you were on the road for a long time. And I just remember thinking, wow, it was a lot. I don't know that I'd ever seen a team um, ever do that, just play so many games out. Coach, was that something that you guys have to set up, or is that the way it's given to you guys? Is this what you got to play?
That was the very very bad schedule that our district chair inherited from our previous district chair, and it's one of those things where we kind of got the ugly end of the stick, but everybody else was good with their side, and so you have 1 versus 9. I mean, you're not going to win that one. So we got what we got, and I think we showed them last year that it doesn't matter what you give us. We're gonna give you a taste of it, and we're gonna come out ahead.
It's almost like bring it, just bring it. We're ready to play on the road at home. That was awesome. That was awesome. Lauren, I didn't know your name last year at all. This year, I looked at the roster that was sent to me, and I said, "Oh, I know who Lauren Holden is now." Um, you made an impact last year, and were a big part of the success that the Lady Pirates had going all the way to the third round of the playoffs. What will be your role this year for this team?
I think coming on to the team this year as a captain, it's a little different. And I know a lot of people picture that as leadership only on the field, but I take it as especially leadership off the field and being a role model for the younger girls and, just showing them how we should act off the field as well.
Oh, how important is that? Very, very important. What's your expectation for this team? I mean, last year coming in, playing on varsity, you saw the adversity. You saw what this team had to go through. You went through it as well. Could we make the playoffs? We did. And then we get on this run. Um, what's your expectation for this team this year? What can we expect from the Lady Pirates this year?
I of course expect us to make playoffs. I think we're more than capable of doing that and going several rounds in. And honestly, I just expect us to all act like a family as well. I know a lot of us have spent a couple years together bonding, and I think that's really going to show on the field this year.
Absolutely. Do you have any personal goals that you're working on or would like to achieve in soccer or any other sport, anything else you're doing in school?
Well, I think my main goal for soccer this year was, of course, to become a captain. And I mean, I don't have any specific goals, but of course, like scoring more than I did last year and things like that, and maybe first team again, like I did last year. And then yeah, those are my main goals for soccer season.
Lauren, I have a feeling that you're going to accomplish all those goals that you're setting yourself up for. I saw you play last year, and like I said, I think you girls do a great job. The leadership obviously is great, Coach. You have some great leaders here. You always do, and this year is no different with these three ladies here. Kara, how about you? Anything you're working on or would like to achieve before you graduate?
I definitely want to be someone who puts a mark on the team because the captains before me, they had a really big mark on me, not just in soccer, but personally as well. And the person I became, not just on the field, but off. And I hope to be just that or even more for my team.
Absolutely. I think you will. And Kandis.
I mainly just want to achieve more goals this year and get my assist points up more this year as well.
I think you all are going to have a great season, like we have the last 2 years. Like I said, I think the community is a little spoiled. The expectation is, oh, soccer season's coming. I know for myself, we're going to make another deep playoff run, but I think that's good. I think the support is good. I think what you guys have accomplished the last 2 years, hopefully we're going to get a bigger crowd. I think every year more people are paying attention to soccer, and I'm hoping that this year, I know the weather, I always say it's kind of cold, but it's cold during football season and we're out there, right? So we can come on out here and do the same thing for soccer, but we've got a great team, a great program here. You're hearing the leadership, the captains this year, great coach. So we ask for everyone to come on out, especially the home games, to come on out. Let these ladies see the support that this community of Rockport has for them and for our soccer program. They've been good, really, really good. And this year going to be no different. A lot of talent, a lot of young talent. You get to come out and see the work that's put in. So we ask definitely come out on the road as well. Some of the games are just maybe under 30-minute drive when they get in the district. But the home games are the ones that we hope the crowd will come out and cheer them on. And tomorrow's their first game. It's against Victoria East. GT Sports, we're going to be out there streaming the game. I think the girls, the JV starts at 5. Correct me if I'm wrong, Coach. The varsity plays at 6:30. Is that correct, Coach?
Yes, sir.
And again, if you are unable to make it out there, you can support the Lady Pirates through the live stream on the Pirates Cove Sports Network, our YouTube channel. So again, if you are unable to make it out there, and of course we want everybody out there to come on out. The weather a little cool, but not really, really cold like it is in February. Come on out, support the Lady Pirates as they start their season off tomorrow, 6:30 here at home against Victoria East. Can't make it, support the Lady Pirates soccer program on the Pirates Cove Sports Network. We'll be out there. You can check it out on our YouTube channel. All right, ladies. Well, thanks for coming out. I'm not going to keep you any longer. Hey, are you guys in school or are you guys already out for the break?
We're still in for the rest of this week.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'll let you guys go. So I'll give you guys the final word. Once again, thank you for coming out. Really appreciate it talking to you guys. Hopefully Coach Rasbeary will have him on throughout the season here on the podcast. Hopefully he'll bring you guys back a couple more times as we get into the season and into the district and see how we're doing. But for tonight, I'll give you guys the final word. Kandis, I'll go to you first. Anything you want to add before we let you go?
No, sir. I don't think so.
Have a great season. Looking forward to you to having a great season and scoring a lot of goals. Lauren, any final words?
Not that I can think of, just that we're excited for the season and hope we have people come out and support us.
Absolutely. Kara, if you have any final words, talk to the community. Let them know. Come on out. Why should they come out and support the Lady Pirates this year?
I think in any sport, and especially soccer, being that we're in a lot of harsh weather, we kind of feed off the energy we get from our fans and from the people who go. And it's always good to see a lot of people in the stands and to hear everyone cheering. It helps to push us as a team.
Absolutely. So community, I always say this, right? Coaches coach, players play. The community, we have a responsibility to come on out, support our athletes. Soccer season is here. So tomorrow is the first game of the 2025-26 season. Come on out to Pirate Stadium, Victoria East. Be in town. Our junior varsity takes the field at 5, varsity at 6:30. Come on out and support our Lady Pirates soccer. Go Lady Pirates. Thank you very much and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Do we do it?
Yes, you guys can go off, Coach Rasbeary.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. A lot of fun, right, Coach? So didn't tell the girl, I told them before we came on, but this podcast will be aired tomorrow. We're going to try to do it like we did the football season, right? So when we have the podcast, obviously we'll be there tomorrow. So we will come in a little early And hopefully we can. That is the goal. We'll see if we can do that, but that's the goal, to play it. We'll go in there. We'll play the podcast first. You can see it there tomorrow, and then we'll be there to stream the game. So, Coach, well, you got some great captains. Kandis was there last year. Lauren, I thought they both were great last year as far as scoring. They're going to be a threat, Coach. Kandis, I'm sure teams, when they're paying attention to Rockport, she's going to be the one that they know they're going to have to stop or slow down to have a chance to beat the Lady Pirates. So I know Kandis is going to be on a lot of teams' radar. But Lauren Holden, she's going to be something that they're going to have to deal with. What I saw last year from her, man, she was really good. She was a big part of what we did last year, and people are going to have to pay attention to her. And then, of course, you got Kara. I think she played on the back end, and with a lot of experience, you'll have her back there. And Carly, I remember Carly. Is Carly still on the team?
Yeah, she's still there.
So you've got a lot of the girls coming back from last year, going to the third round. So I have some questions for you, Coach. And we we reflected back last year on what this team did, and they just what they've done the last 2 years. Incredible the seasons that we had. But let's talk about this year coming up and this team. Earlier, you and I were talking. You were talking about this team. You said could be one of the best teams you've ever had. That's a big statement, considering what the other two teams have done, right? But you feel like this is a team that can be just like those other teams. Talk to us a little bit about this team, and why do you feel that way?
Yeah, so when I got here, there just wasn't any chemistry. We had all the talent in the world, but we just, for some reason, the pegs just didn't fit. We didn't have that chemistry. So that first year here, we kind of started that culture, that trying to build that chemistry. Last year, we built on what we had built that first year, and so I think now we've got to a point where the seniors have heard me talk about this family atmosphere and this culture that we have, and this relationship we need to have with each other. They've heard it since they were sophomores, and so we've built this chemistry that it's no longer about the I, it's about the us. And so I really think what's going to happen is I think that we're going to shock a lot of people. Despite the numbers that we graduated last year, I think we're going to really surprise the people of how strong we are just based on our chemistry alone.
Yeah, listen, losing some of the girls, because I followed this program the last 2 years, right? So I knew what was graduating last year. I was like, wow, that's going to be. We're losing some players. You lost some players that were big, that had been in the program for some time, right? But what surprises, I knew we had some people coming back. What was surprising to me is we don't seem to miss a beat. Every year, there seems to be a name that when we have this podcast, we're not talking about. And then 2-3 weeks later, or maybe somewhere middle of the season, I'm asking you, Coach, we never talked about this person, but here she is doing these amazing things. There always seems to be someone during that season that we don't really know about that ends up just playing big for me, and catching my eye. I'm like, man, I got to talk to Coach, write this number down. Who is this player that we didn't know about? And I think that all goes to the program, right? It all goes to not what you're seeing on varsity, but just the level of what we're doing on the junior varsity, because that's important, because they're the future. Will they be seeing varsity this year? You never know. Next year or the year after, right? Like we've got some good numbers out here. Got a lot of people coming out and wanting to play soccer, which I think is a good thing for us. And so you just never know who that next person is going to be that's going to be making an impact, right, for our soccer program. Which leads me to this next question. Let's talk a little bit about the junior varsity, right? We want to be able to talk a little bit more about them this year than we have the last 2 years. What can you tell us about this team? I know you got 20, I believe you said, on that team. I think that's a lot. Maybe it's not, but I think it is. Talk to us a little bit about what you have as far as the junior varsity and some of the players that are going to be competing for the Lady Pirates.
Yeah, last couple of years we've had a huge number on our JV. This year we're very fortunate. We have a coach that came in that's doing an amazing job with our JV. Her name is Kandis Landon. she's done a lot. I always say that JV coaches have the hardest job because they build the players up, they develop these players just for the varsity coach to steal them away. And so, her and I had that conversation at the beginning of the year. It's like, you're going to do all this work, and then I'm going to steal that kid, and then I get to claim all the credit for your work. And so I wanted her to know how much I appreciate it. But we always have been very fortunate that we graduate a group and we were able to move kids up from that JV to replace the holes in the varsity. And you're only ever as talented as your JV is. So when you have coaches that don't care about their JV, they just throw 11 kids on the field that have no idea what they're doing. It may not affect their varsity that year, but it's gonna catch back up to them. And so, we're extremely lucky. The 20 that we have on JV are working their butts off, and their goal is to either take the spot of a varsity girl this year or move on up when we have girls graduate.
And I think that's what I like to see the most in the program, right? In all sports is those, freshmen, JV pushing, right? Like showing the coaches, I can play this year. Like I'm not gonna get if JV is where I end up the whole season, I'm good with that. I'm getting my playing time. But you want to push, you want to show the coaches, right? Like I'm coming to practice, I'm working hard in practice, I'm showing up, right? I'm playing tough, I'm playing in these games. Push those varsity, right? So that the teams continue to get better. Like competition to me has always been good, right? If I don't want to get complacent, right? Well, no one's really, I'm going to be here whether I give 100% or today I don't really want to give 100%, not really feeling it. You're going to, you can lose your spot. If the younger players are pushing you, like they're hungry to get your position. I think that only benefits the whole program because at any time you can be replaced no matter who you are. So I like the competition. I like the fact that younger players are hungry. They want to play on varsity. They don't want to wait till next year. I can do it this year. I'm good enough to do it this year. Like that type of mentality for me, when I played, it didn't really matter the grade. When I was in ninth grade, I played hard and I always practiced hard because I always thought I could play on varsity. Whether I could or couldn't, I always thought I could. And that was the push for me to keep me going, right? And hopefully I was pushing people in front of me to play harder because I definitely wanted their spot. So I definitely understand. And this year, like I said, we're going to be talking more about our junior varsity. Hopefully I can have Coach Landon. You said what's her name, correct?
Yes, sir.
Hopefully we can have her on a few times to talk about the junior varsity, to talk about the players and what is it that she's doing at that level to prepare them for the season and also getting them ready for varsity. Because like you said, like Coach Rasbeary said, at any given point, there's injuries. I may have to pull someone up. So this year you're going to see us talk more. We're going to be streaming some of the JV games as well on the Pirates Coast Sports Network. Because we want to be able to show the talent that we have at that level as well. Well, Coach, tomorrow starts the season. Victoria East coming into town. Game time again starts at 6:30 for the varsity, 5 o'clock for the junior varsity. We invite all the Pirate fans to come on out. It'll be a little chilly, but it won't be February cold. So just put on a jacket, get a little blanket, come on out. Support this program. As I've said before, this is a very, very talented group of girls. In the last couple of years, they have made deep playoff runs. I really think this year is going to be no different. Hopefully, we can do that again and get out of the third round. But Coach, Victoria East, what can you tell us about this team coming in tomorrow?
Yeah, we played them last year, and a lot of coaches treat scrimmages like they're the fourth round of playoffs, right? They go all out. They don't pull their starters. I don't see scrimmages as a game that's going to make or break your season. Last year we were beating Victoria East 4-1 at halftime, and I remember having my halftime conversation with the girls, and I told them, okay, our scrimmage is done. Okay, halftime's here. We're beating them 4-1. Now I need to see what we can do with what we have. So now I've got to see if such and such goes down, who can we put in that place? And so, that whole second half, we put kids in positions where they don't normally play, because I needed to know, when it comes down to the wire, who can step in and fill that hole. And we were very fortunate that we did that in Victoria East, because when we had those serious injuries that hit us in the season, we already knew who was comfortable playing that spot. And we're going to kind of do that same thing this year. We're gonna try to win that first half, and then afterwards, we're gonna see what we can do. We can play in different spots. Maybe give some kids that we're looking at to maybe be that second string. Maybe get them some playing time, so we can see maybe they're better than that first string. That there's no need to treat a scrimmage like it's the end all be all. And like I said, I might be a little bit different than some coaches that way, but I'd rather be prepared for the season than just try to win a scrimmage.
Yeah, no, definitely. That is. I mean, the goal is always to play good. I think when you play, no matter what, now obviously you play to win, like you said, but at the same time, you want to see what you have, and this is the time. Soccer, you don't have 8 or 9 games to try to figure it out before you get into district, right? Because district is what counts. You've got 2 games. You've got the tournament. That's not a lot of games. That's a few games to try to figure out what you've got, to take a look at your team to see who can play what position. I'm sure there's some new positions. You got to move people around. Obviously, you lost some seniors last year, so you don't have a lot of time to try to figure this thing out. You do the best you can, because then district rolls around, and when district rolls around, well, they count, right? You take a loss, so you try to get to the girls and you try to prepare as best you can. I've always kind of wondered about soccer. I'm like, man, they start the district really really quickly, right? They don't have this 7 8 games where they get to figure it out, and then you start district. I think last year you started a lot sooner than this year, if I remember correctly. So not a lot of time. So I definitely understand what you're trying to do, trying to see who needs to play where, so that when that first district game comes, you want to try to have it about as right as you can possibly have it. So definitely understand what you're trying to do, which will be awesome. Hopefully, like I said, we're just going out there. And for those that can't make it, definitely want them to support the Lady Pirates through the live stream if they can't make it out there. Let's talk a little bit about the Toast to the Coast soccer tournament. Of course, we have that once a year. Every year, it's really good. What can you tell us about this year? Do you know what teams are going to be showing up this year?
Yeah, we have 8 teams counting ourselves. We're actually a victim of our own success. You invite these teams back to your tournament, and one of their main questions is like, didn't you guys go 3 rounds deep? And it's like, yeah, we did. And it's, well, we might try to find something closer to us. And so every year it's almost like I'm putting the feelers out, trying to find a replacement team. This year we structured it the same way we do, every year, where we have 2 4-team round robin groups. In our group stage, we'll play Petite Fox Tech, which is a brand new San Antonio ISD school, and then we'll play Alice. Alice used to be in our district. They're projected to possibly be in our district next year, so we'll get a good look at them if they end up in our district, next year. But also on that, we get to revisit a rivalry that we had when they were in our district 2 years ago. On the other side, we have TMI Episcopal out of San Antonio. We have Floresville has decided they wanted to come down here. Got Ingleside and Idea of South Flores, who returned from last year. So it's going to be a very competitive tournament. I'm not like some coaches. Some coaches try to plan their easy route to the finals, so that way, they look really, really good. But we, like you said, we don't have a whole lot of games. We have 10 teams in our district counting ourselves. We're limited to 21 games in the season, and so you count those. That's 18 of our games, and so we have to be ready. And so scrimmage or not scrimmaging, scheduling on tournament games. Teams that you're just going to blow by. I mean, it doesn't do anything good for you. So we're going to have a fight, and that's good because it shows us what we're made of. And if we make it to the finals again, like we did the last 2 years, then we know that we earned it. And it wasn't just a cakewalk scheduled for us.
Yeah, I like the way you set things up. The girls, we get better every game. We can start off strong, but I've seen the last 2 years we just get better as the season progresses. It's a long season. I think you said it was 20 something games, right? I mean, the girls are gonna have a couple of home games. They'll have the tournament, and then they go on the road for quite some time, right? The first part of the season, there's gonna be a lot of road games right off the bat, but then they come home for about 11 or 12 games. I think I could be wrong on it, but I know it's somewhere around that number. It's going to be a lot of home games, and that's where we hope that the community comes out and supports these girls. We'll see where we're at after that first district go around, and then we'll play a lot of these teams. I mean, I think, Coach, this is one of the toughest districts in the state of Texas, man. I mean, Cal Allen's always tough. I think London, I saw, was ranked like number fourth or something like that. They're ranked up there. And then you always have Beaver. The matches between Rockport and Beaver have always been good. It's really good to come out and watch these girls play, right? Because the fans, the Rockport fans, the last couple of years, they're a rowdy bunch. Coach, are you expecting another rowdy bunch this year? The parents?
So we had a parent meeting, and that was one of the things we addressed. When you talk to officials, they know Rockport by our fans, and so whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, because if you make calls our way, our fans absolutely love you, and you're going to want to come back. But the moment you make a bad call, they're going to let you know. So we had a little come to Jesus moment in our parent meeting. I showed him a pretty funny video of referees talking at halftime, basically relaying the messages that the parents were giving them during the game, and the parents had a good laugh because I think a lot of them saw themselves in that video. But I love our fans. I really do. As much trouble as they get me in from time to time with the officials, I love it because the girls feed off of it too. And it just makes the game so much more exciting, and especially when you win, it's really nice to have that support and those people cheering for you the whole entire game.
It is, Coach, and I've been in the press box, so I hear it, the stomping, the yelling. But I don't think it's ever. I've never seen it when I've been there out of hand. But I love the passion that I do think the girls feed off of that. And it's great. They're not fans that just kind of clap. They get into the game. They're watching everything. They'll let the refs know when they don't agree with the call. But I love it too. I'm like, yeah, I love it because it shows the passion, right? They go there, they're getting into the game, right? They're into the game, they're watching the game. And I just think it makes it that much more exciting, right? When you're there, right? Like you get then, the person they're yelling, they're getting into it. So then you get into it, right? So everyone's getting into it. And it just really makes it a lot of fun. And for that, if you want to experience that, right, the fans, the parents that come out, right, then you have to come out and see it, right, because you won't catch it on the Pirates Cove, because unless we move the camera down that way, but we're inside the press box, so you wouldn't be able to hear it. But it is they are passionate about the Lady Pirates. They love the Lady Pirates. They love the soccer program. And it does make a lot of fun. I remember last year I was there like, wow, man. Like some of the parents are up in the press box with us too. And I'm looking at them like, this is a rowdy bunch, and they are. But again, it's passion. They go there. They're not going to sit quietly and just clap. They're going to get into the game. They're going to let the referees know what they think of certain calls, especially when it didn't go our way. But it's all in fun, and it just makes it that much more exciting to come on out. And I do think the Lady Pirates do feed off of that. Well, Coach, thanks for coming on. This is the first podcast of several that we're going to invite Coach Rasbeary to this soccer season. Like I said, we're looking to also bring in his assistant coach as well, to get as much coverage as we can on the junior varsity, to talk about the players, stream their games as well. It is a little tough for us sometimes because there's a lot of games, but we're trying to make our rounds. Definitely here on the Pirates Coast Sports Network, we have added more people to the team, and I'm really proud, Coach, of the team that we have. I think our tech is really good. Our audio, our video, we work a lot on making sure that's out there. It's really good. The commentators that we've gotten for football, for basketball, they do a lot of research, very professional, right? Something that we want to put out there. It's a business that we have, But we go out there and we take a lot of pride. Everyone on the team is a Pirate supporter. That most of them, I think, just about everybody, graduated from here, and they love Pirate sports. So to be able to come back and be a part of it, to commentate, or to be able to do these podcasts brings us a lot of fun. So again, we hope, obviously, we ask for sponsorship. You'll see, with the soccer season upon us, you'll see some people going out. We have sponsorship letters that'll be going into the places of business. If you want to sponsor the season, the home game seasons, because this year for soccer, for the boys and girls, we have home games. So I'll be able to go out on some of the road games, but for the sponsorship, it'll be just the home games. And those are about 11 or 12 games I think I saw. So we have packages for home game season, for the Lady Pirates and the Pirates, and also game day sponsorship. So it's all on the letter. If you're interested, my number, you can contact me, contact Rick Walker. You can also get a hold of us through Messenger on the Pirates Coast Sports Network, the Messenger page, or let us know, give us a call if you're interested. But we're definitely looking for that, looking for a great season here with Coach Rasbeary and the Lady Pirates. Coach, thank you for coming out, and I'll give you the final word. Anything you want to add?
Yeah. I can't tell you enough how much we appreciate you, giving myself and the girls a chance to kind of showcase our program, and give the girls an outlet where, they're not just a number or a name in the newspaper, but people can look at them and see their faces, and they get a chance to kind of tell people what they're about. This is one of the only communities that I know that has this. And so, every other school district I've worked at, it's just been a name in a newspaper, maybe a quote from the kid, but here it's something special. It's more of a community than just a tabloid.
Absolutely, and we love our sports. Like I said, everyone that's a part of this network has graduated or follows, has a lot of passion for our athletic program. And a bunch of them played. They played a sport when they played. So we have a lot of fun. We enjoy doing it, and I'm just grateful that Coach Souza allows us to do this. That he has that trust in us. That he knows we're going to do a good job, and gives us the opportunity to come out and live stream these games for those that because a lot of people can't. You got parents that I always hear have to work, so they're able to watch the game through the live stream. You've got grandparents, family that live too far that maybe can make one or two games a season, but with the live stream, they can watch their family member play. So it benefits a lot of people, and believe me when I tell you, Coach, that I enjoy doing it. And as we built this team up and continue to grow, we'll be able to cover more games. But again, we are looking to cover all of the Rockport-Fulton Lady Pirates home games. So there is some sponsorship out there. If you're interested, definitely contact myself, Gabriel Trevino, or Rick Walker, or you can message us on Messenger. And again, we're going to have some people out and about throughout the season going to businesses with our sponsorship letter. So interested, definitely contact us. Coach, thank you very much. Stay on. I've got a question for you once we get off. But thank you very much. This podcast will be uploaded, and it can be seen tomorrow right before the game. Until then, have a great night. Go Lady Pirates.